Hey everyone, it is Tanya. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another apartment renovation. Today I am renovating Stonestreet Apartments number 4, which is in the world of Evergreen Harbor, which comes with the Eco Lifestyle expansion pack. And this is gonna be a sort of colorful apartment for some roommates. I really wanted to build some more with some of the new items from Growing Together, particularly this couch in this like maroon swatch with these orange pillows, and really bring in a lot of those colors and play with patterns. So that is what we're doing here today. I'm using a lot of dark wood tones, and right now I'm just trying to figure out which cabinet I want to use in the kitchen. I ended up going with this one from Jungle Adventure in the end, which I think looks so nice, and it's actually a really spacious apartment. It's a 2-bedroom, but we have so much room for the living area. This kitchen is absolutely massive, and ultimately I just think it was a really fun one to do. I'm having so much fun with the new items and all of the color swatches that are available on them, so I hope you will enjoy this as well. If you do and you'd like to download it, it will be available on the Sims 4 gallery. You can find it under my EA ID, which is Gryphi, Gryphi. You can also find it under the hashtag Miss Gryphi, and that information will also be in the description down below as well. Right now I'm just trying to figure out how I want to lay out the cabinets and place the fridge. I thought at first I was going to go for this yellow swatch, but I ended up changing that in the end just because it felt like it kind of clashed with the tones I had in this room. So I believe it's going to be just like a white fridge in the end, but there is so much color in this apartment anyway that I didn't think that it was that big of a deal that I went ahead and changed the color of the fridge. I loved these purple curtains. I believe those are from Seasons. I use those all over this apartment in a variety of swatches, mostly purple in the living space. I feel like the purples, pinks, oranges, yellows are kind of the whole color scheme of this living area. And also you can see right here, I'm using a yellow swatch on those new chairs from Growing Together. And I just feel like they are such a different swatch than the fridge. And I didn't like it, since you can see the whole living space. It's all one big room. It's a very open concept. I didn't like the idea of that. And also it clashes with the tile I ended up using in the kitchen, which is from the high school years pack. I thought it looked quite nice in here. I like this like mustardy tone that we're using. And I think it pairs really nicely with the purple, especially because I also love purple and brown together, so I was excited to use those in this space. And then I'm just trying to figure out, do I want some pots over this? Do I want a lamp? What is the vibe for this kitchen over this counter? I decided to also grab this like stack of plants and books. I believe that is from the movie pack. What is the movie pack called? There is a like outdoor movie pack, and I decided to grab that in the kitchen. I think it's a really cute item. It has a lot of fun colors in it, and I was just trying to insert color through a lot of like clutter items and decorations, but not make the whole space overwhelmingly colorful, if that makes sense. So yeah, just trying to figure out the rest of the decorations in this space. I really like the lamps that I put over the counter here. I believe those ones are from the Industrial Loft kit. And then I just got some like plants and soap and all of that on the sink. Before we move into the dining space, where I was just trying to figure out some artwork. I changed this a few different times. I believe we end up going with the tapestry in the end, which is from Jungle Adventure. But first we're grabbing the new side table, and I decided to bring it down to 4 chairs so that the routing in this space was a little bit better. But I thought putting one over to the side as another chair you could add onto the table looked kind of cute. And then I just get a radio and some flowers up here, and that's all of the decorations on this little side table. It's kind of frustrating how pretty much stereos just don't slot to those. It makes me very upset. So that is clipping a little bit here because at the time I was recording this, I hadn't updated my mods yet. So I didn't have like Tool and the red shelf and all of that. So I just kind of made do. I did update those now. I do have those all set at this point, but when I was recording this, I did not. Anyway, we are working on the living room now. I decided to layer a few rugs in here, getting that really soft purple tone with a few more boho elements layered on top of it. And then I tried so many different coffee tables. I believe this one is from high school years, and I just thought it was really pretty and like calm. I really liked the different wood tones I have in this space. I'm using a lot of dark woods, but I have a couple lighter ones mixed in as well, as you can see on that coffee table. And I just think the lighter tones in general in this apartment were really pretty. I was also so happy with how nicely these chairs that I placed down match the space. I believe I'll only keep one of them in the end, but those are from the Bowling Night stuff pack. I just remember the movie packs called movie hangout stuff. There you go. It took me so long to remember that, but I thought this chair looked so nice over here. I just paired it with a new lamp, a little side table, and we cluttered up that hutch behind there as well. I was thinking it was kind of a space that is multiple storage items, so we might have dishes in there, but I also put like some puzzles and stuff as we have board games on the table. Just using some of the new items and trying to make this look very lived in and cozy and colorful and just like a fun space. I'm so happy that we actually have board games and stuff in the game. I just really wish they weren't tied to a games table. I always wish you could just kind of do all of those kind of activities at any table. I feel like that would be way more realistic, but it's still nice to have, and I like the clutter items, so that's what I decided to put over there, and some extra dishes. But we are back over looking at this side of the living room and trying to figure out what to do over here. I wanted to add a TV, and I also added some more plants. There's a lot of plants in this apartment, but that pretty much goes for every apartment I create. And at this point, I'm like, ooh, maybe this tapestry would be nice in here. So I ended up doing that and moving that other painting into one of the bedrooms and adding some more plants because you can never have enough. And then I added the little ottoman that we got with the new pack. I should be grabbing it here shortly. In the corner, the little ram. He's so cute. I love him so much. And can we just talk about how perfectly that little tray on the table matches this room? That is from Paranormal, and it just looks so nice there. I loved the Paranormal stuff pack, and it's been over 2 years since that came out. It was the last stuff pack we got. And a lot of us have talked about, I don't think we're ever going to get another stuff pack, but I desperately want one. That one was so good. And I always really enjoyed stuff packs, but I don't know what to think about that at this point. Anyway, I'm decorating the little hallway space. We just have this new little cabinet piece from Growing Together, and I believe I put some towels on top of it. I keep this space very simple because it's just a little hallway. There's not a lot there. I just like to add these because it looks more realistic, and then you don't have an awkward little corner of doors. You just have one little archway in the living space, and I just think it looks nicer. So I'm just placing down some beds in here, trying to figure out which ones I want to use for the rooms, and decorating accordingly. I wanted them to have a similar vibe to the entire rest of the apartment, but they're not exactly. Like, this one is a lot darker in color. I use a lot of reds and blacks in here, but there's pops of colors in other ways, like these new shelves from Growing Together that are these luggage pieces, which I think are so cool, but I'm still very upset that they have clutter items stuck to them. I don't understand why they did that. So I did try and hide the little taxi. So I will be grabbing some books in a little while and kind of, shoving them over the taxi to make it look like, I can customize it a little bit. I don't know. I was just not happy with the fact that those weren't empty because they're already such a unique piece. You didn't have to try and make it even more complicated by putting clutter on them because we could do that on our own. Anyway, I also added some extra luggage over here on the side of the bed as some side tables. I've always really liked that piece, and here are those books that I am trying to cover the taxi with just to make it a little bit more interesting. And then I got this dresser over here, this little wardrobe. I believe that is also for movie hangout stuff, and it's so pretty. That pack has a lot of really nice items in it. And I feel like it's just one that isn't talked about that often, but I really like movie hangout stuff, even though I couldn't remember the name of it earlier in this pack, or earlier in this video. It has some beautiful boho items and just like a little bit more rustic stuff as well. But anyway, this is the second bedroom. I'm using this beautiful 4-poster bed that is from City Living, and these really nice green curtains in here. I just think the colors in this whole apartment and like the colors I'm inspired to use because of this new pack that came out are so fun. Like these really vibrant, like deep colors. So we have this beautiful green mixed with oranges and reds in this space. And I feel like they're just color schemes I didn't used to use very often, and I'm all about currently. But that's pretty much it for the second bedroom. And then we're moving on into the bathroom, of course, using the new shower tub combo. How could I not? And I believe we just get like the matching counters from the kitchen in here and a sink. And I layered a couple of these mirrors together. I thought it looked kind of cool to have that as like a statement piece above the sink. And then I just get some clutter in here, trying to make it look lived in and decorated. I love the new flowers that came with Growing Together, so I did place those in here. And I thought, the purple swatch would be nice as a little nod to the living space, having a lot of purple in it. And one of those rugs I just pulled out, I wasn't thinking of using it in this space. It's from Get Famous, and it's a little bit more of a I guess, vintage rug, and I love it. There's some really cool swatches on that particular rug from Get Famous, and I really want to do something around that sometime soon. Maybe something a little bit more retro. I think that could be really fun. But anyway, just switching up some swatches here and finalizing our last couple decorations before we head on into screenshots. I really hope you enjoyed this. I had so much fun with this build. If you did, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. That really does help me out. You can also subscribe to the channel if you have not already and you would like to see more. And click that bell to be notified when I upload. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all soon. Bye, everyone.